Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Beautiful, beautiful. It's great to be here today. Another skills event. I look in the audience. I see beautiful men and women, smiles. Let me tell you something. You had to get up. It had to be something that you really want out of today. To wake up on a Saturday morning, a very, very cold Saturday morning, journey from wherever you came from to come join us today. So I appreciate you, and I'm pretty sure the skills team members appreciate you. One other, Brian, thank you so much, sir. I just want to publicly, this man right here, I mean, he is an amazing man. He is I'm going to call you a genius. You are a genius to me. You are a genius. And I want to say thank you so much for being my support. And one other person I have to thank, because without her, I don't know where my motivation would come from. Everybody, can you just turn around real quick? You see that beautiful little girl back there? That's my sugar. That's my baby girl. That's my firstborn. And I enjoy speaking in front of people. I love that. I told Brian that earlier. I enjoy that. I enjoy being on radio, TV, all those other good things. I enjoy that. And the pressure of it really don't bother me because I enjoy it. But as I was walking up here, Kaya said, "Daddy, you better knock him dead." I thought about it. See, I don't go home with none of y'all. But when I leave here, she is going to critique every single thing that I do. So, any prayer warriors out there? Please pray for me. Not because of y'all, but because of her. She got hands on her hips right now because she means business. She's like, "Mommy, she means business." So thank you, baby, for joining Daddy today. You can have a seat. She's standing by the table. You know, family business, you got to keep that thing in the family, don't you? Thank you, sweetheart. So we're going to jump right in it. I think I have about 10 minutes left. You see how I took time? I think I have about 10 minutes left. So don't die in your cocoon. So a few years ago, I was doing a men's workshop, and it was January, this time 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly, 2 years ago. And I was trying to figure out, what am I going to talk about with these men? How am I going to galvanize them to become champion men and champion fathers? So one day, I was sitting in traffic, and I like to daydream. If you ever sat next to me in a car and looked out your window into mine, I would be that guy like this. That's me. I like to daydream. I don't know where I go. I just go somewhere else than other being on earth. So while I was doing that, I looked down at my vehicle. I looked at the gears in life. I looked at the gears, on a car. So I saw park, reverse, neutral, and drive. That's pretty rudimentary, right? We understand that, all of us that drive. But what was so fascinating, I had my foot, like I told you, I was sitting in traffic, had my foot, on the brake, daydreaming, looked down. I was like, oh, shoot, I'm in drive. I'm going somewhere. I know. I'm going somewhere. I was like, oh, shoot, I'm in drive. But in order for me to get to drive, I had to go through park, reverse, and neutral. But in order to get there had to be a certain amount of pressure applied to the brake in order for me to get there. So I said, hold on. I could have stopped at park, but I wouldn't have went anywhere. I could have stopped at reverse. And God knows, all y'all professional drivers who have a problem driving forward, you already know driving backwards is a big deal. And then, of course, driving in neutral, that just does not work. So I was like, oh, my God. So then it had me thinking about the pressures of life. I said, so in order to live life and drive, there will be certain pressures that I have to endure in order to get there. So I did the session, I did the teaching and everything. The men was like, oh, great job. They liked that. I liked it too because they liked it. So, once they were done, a young man, he said, Brother Cooper? I said, yes, sir. He said, turn that into a book. I'm turning it into a book? Why am I turning it into a book? I'm not going to do that. I'm not even an author. I didn't even read a book yet. So I said, why am I going to turn it into a book? So finally, I turned it into a book. And this is what I came up with, the 4 stages in life. Don't die in your cocoon. So there are 3 stages in life. I'm pretty sure I got ahead of myself, but you see where I'm going with this. There are 3 stages in life that we all have to overcome in order to achieve a certain level of success. Brian did a fantastic job. He said, close your eyes. What is that biggest goal that you want to accomplish this year? Living life and drive is the absolutely only way that goal is going to be accomplished. So, as we move forward, I believe all of us, metaphorically speaking, we enter into the earth as a caterpillar. And I used to say ugly caterpillar, but I realized there are some bug lovers in the audience. I call it ugly. That's just my personal opinion. But we come in as a creepy crawler, metaphorically, mentally. But then as we journey through life, things happen to us. But the ultimate goal, I'm really transparent when I speak, so I'm going to be transparent now. When Brian handed me this little laser thing, I was so excited because I'm not used to speaking with one. So hold on. Now I'm getting too excited. Hold on. There we go. Y'all see that? Where's Brian? You see, we all come in here as that ugly little green thing. And then the goal is to become that. Do we agree? Yeah. The goal is to become that. But something happens that for some strange reason, we never grow out of this. Either in our finances, relationships, spirituality, emotionally, mentally. For some strange reason, I might be doing well in my job. I might be living life and drive on my job. I might be, just got a promotion now. I'm executive director, regional manager. But in my relationship, my personal relationship, good God Almighty, I'm struggling. Might be doing well in my finances. Living life and drive. Man, I got this ROA, got this 401 account, and I got this RIA, right, Robin? I said it right? IRA. There we go. What she said, that's what I have. Got some investments in Facebook and all that other stuff. Doing well. House, net worth about $350,000. But then, my mind, I just can't get it right, can't keep it right. So the thing is, how do we as mankind, how do we as you, and especially you, how do we live life and drive in all of the areas of our life? So the first stage is, and you know what's funny? I used to catch these things. I used to run around. Anybody used to try to catch butterflies? I used to do that when I was younger. For some strange reason now, as an adult, I can't do it. But I'm faster now as an adult, but I can't do it now. They're more elusive now. But when I was catching them as a child, I used to hold them, and they tickle your hand and everything. Let them go and all that stuff. I did not know that while I was holding that butterfly, it was actually a caterpillar. If I would have known that, I would have never touched it. The first stage, let me tell you something. When I was going through finding vehicles, Brian said that goal for 2014, you see that? That's one of my goals. It doesn't matter. And the reason I picked this, because we were all created to do extraordinary things in life. We were created to do nothing less than extraordinary things. This is an extraordinary vehicle. I love it. 2014, $86,000. Beautiful car. Horrible on gas. Ride well. Kids don't eat in the car. You know that when you first get a new car, nobody eats in my car. You know that? Then 2 months later, you got the McDonald's French fries under the seat. Especially when you have as many kids as I do. It is stuff all over the place. But the reason I chose this, because as extraordinary as that vehicle is, and valuable as it is when it is in motion, it serves absolutely no purpose in park. Now, the people that live in park, now, Debo did a fantastic job introducing me. I was getting goosebumps. I was getting excited. Going through the thing I did with my father, And watching and witnessing him being locked up, it really did a lot of things to me mentally, emotionally, and socially, and psychologically. As you can see, I'm a little goofball. That's because he got locked up. I think if he didn't get locked up, I'd probably be nice and subdued. But it changed me. And resentment. I suffered from resentment. I hated my father. I hated him. And if he was here, I'd say it to his face, but we have a different relationship now. And he knows that. I couldn't stand him. He used to beat the snot out of my mother. I mean, my mother be sitting in the corner just crying, holding a pool of blood over her face. So now, when he left, he said, Kayshawn, you the man of the house, protect your mother. That was at 6. He comes home, 13 years old. He beats up my mother. So now, the same woman in the household you told me to protect, you are now bringing harm to. So imagine how I should feel. So regret, resentment. And not only that, not only did I resent and regret my father, when my father got locked up, there was 2 white men standing on the side of him. So you know what that means? I didn't like my father, nor did I like white men. Because I thought they were the reason that absolutely, Erica, absolutely, I thought it was the white man's fault that my father got locked up. So I didn't like my father. I didn't like white men. I didn't like anything. I was just an angry little boy. And I found myself living life in Park. But one thing I noticed, Quinn, it doesn't matter how extraordinary you were destined to be and how extraordinary your purpose is and mission is in life. Do anybody notice what this man is doing? It doesn't matter how extraordinary you are. If you are not living your purpose, people will keep on walking right on by like you don't even exist. And that's what life would do. You want to stay in Park? Life is like, sure, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Living life and drive. Don't die in your cocoon, people. The next thing, reverse. You know what car is that? You know what car that is? That's Cadillac Escalade. That's that vision board, right, Quinn? That's that vision board. So what I found fascinating, reverse. Most people, when you reverse, you look in your rearview mirror, look back, you put your arm back. Anybody put their arm back too? While you're trying to park. But in the Cadillac, they get all sedity and fancy on us. They put that little nice 9-inch screen in there where you're just looking at it. But one thing I noticed, that with all the gizmos and the gadgets that reverse have the ability to offer, we tend to become complacent and living in the past. I told you I didn't like white men when I was stuck in Park. I told you I like my father. So that means when I saw attributes in other men, I performed the same way. I didn't like them. The one thing I like about this stage reverse, it's such a magical stage, Tanya. The reason for that is 2 things happen at this stage. You either confront your past or you conform to your past. This is the stage where your past and your future. When you're looking out the front, the windshield, and while you're looking out the front, you're looking back. So you use them both. So this is the time where you can see them happening at the same time. Anybody ever been presented with a fork in the road in life? This is that stage. It's almost called the black hole. They call middle school the black hole. Middle schoolers, they call that the black hole. So this right here, reverse, is the black hole. This is the stage where anything can happen. What I find so interesting is the purpose of reverse is to properly process it. So you see her eyes? She's gaining, she's processing her past. She's processing those things that are behind her so she can press toward the mark with the things in front of her. But what's so interesting, Quinn, when I picked this picture out, you know what captured my attention? Anybody know what did it? Say it again? No, 2 more people. I'm teacher. Teacher, two more people. Hands up, pick me. Yes, sir. Okay, one more thing, one more, come on. And 5, 4, 3. I'm gonna call on somebody. Don't make me call on you. Lawrence, what is it? What caught my attention? Lawrence, you're taking up my time. You got 5 seconds. What is it? Yeah, I understand. Yes, sir. She's looking backwards. But the reason I got this photo, no. She's wearing a seatbelt. The reason that caught my attention, Erica, because a lot of times we retreat to our past because we find safety. We find safety in our past. That's why we retreat to our past. Think about people who've used drugs. When they get clean for about 30 days and life happens, they get fired on their job. Guess what they do? They run back. You get out of one bad relationship. I just want to do right by women now. Now the woman that you with, she hurts your feelings. You go back to that same relationship. Why? Because you find safety there. See, reverse is insidious. It is a trap, but it's also peculiar, an interesting stage. You can either conform to your past or you can confront it. That's what I did. I called my father up December 30th, 2011. I said, Daddy, you never told me you loved me. That was the longest 10-minute conversation I ever had. As you can see, I'm not lost for words. But being on the phone with him, I was stuttering. Daddy, I didn't know how to do it. But I decided to confront that issue in my life. So I know there are business owners. There are people who want to write books. There are people who want to get promoted. But there is something in your past that you have decided that you have found safety in it. And it's time, and I know the Lord said, buckle up and safe. But not in regards to living life and drive. You better pop that red button and pop that seatbelt out so we can leave out of here. The next stage is neutral. When I was looking on Google trying to find a picture, I couldn't find any picture. And then I thought about what neutral really means. Lawrence, can you come up here? Sir? Jermaine, can you come up here, please? Can you come up here, please, sir? Yes. I need one. Dave? Come on, Dave. Come join. Dave, come on down. Come on, Dave. Y'all move fast. I don't know when they're going to cut my time off. They're like this. All right. So this is what we're going to do. Come down here. Dave look, Dave. I'm sorry, I'm bugging. I'm sorry. Dave represents, I don't have to do that. Why am I doing that? Dave represents finances. Your name, sir?
Issa.
Issa? Nice to meet you, Kayshawn. I'm sure you knew that already when they introduced me. Issa. Relationships, finances, health, employment. So let's do it. Dave represents
Relationships, finances, health,
employment. That's the typical things we deal with, right? Just about. Anybody has one more category we think we should talk about? Spirituality. Come here, sir. Yes. Mm-hmm. Your name? Antoine. Antoine. Yes. Antoine got a grip. That's okay. So, Antoine represents spirituality. So this is what, and I represent life. And I represent all of us in here because all of us are living, all of us have life. So this is what neutral, when I was thinking about what does neutral do? How does the person in neutral, how do they respond? See, the person that resides in neutral allow life to dictate to them what they should be. When I was riding in my car, and my car broke down because I misgauged the gas gauge. You know, It was on E, but I thought, you could always get like 2 or 3 days out of the E. That's me. I'm a risk taker. That's what's me. So I was on Northern Parkway. And Northern Parkway, I was like, oh shit, sputter. So that one rude Baltimorean rode the window and said, get that crap off the road. I'm like, I'm trying. So I got out the car, and some people, they helped me, and we pushed the car off. See, that's the thing. When you live in life in neutral, you are taking up space. Les Brown said, you are either on the way or in the way. That truck is in the way. So, Dave, I'm life. Now, I want you to come right here, Dave. Now, you look stronger than me. Don't hurt me, okay? LaSalle University ambassador, don't hurt me, all right? Now, I'm going to walk up to you. I want you to push me. I'm a father of 4, okay? All right? Not yet. I'll tell you. I got to brace myself, all right? All right, here we go. I'm life. I'm journeying. I'm trying to get out my cocoon. Push me, Dave. That was rough, Dave. I'm going to try it again. Come here, sir. Your last name? Raheem. All right. He represents finances. All right. So, Dave, you're going to push me. You're going to push me to Raheem, okay? Y'all take care of me, please. All right. Here you go. So I'm letting them dictate my progress. Lawrence, what you represent? Health. Whew. I used to weigh 100 pounds, and this is a real story. I used to weigh 100 pounds more than what I am today. And let me tell you something. You try to bend over and tie your shoe, it won't work. Try to walk up steps, it won't work. I get to the 3rd step. So now I'm going to let you dictate. Wendy's Baconator, that was my favorite. Wendy's double bacon, double cheese with extra mayonnaise. Large, who said, oh God? Don't you judge me. This is a nudge. She can't come no more. She's judging me, okay, Brian? Sprite, extra ice, you get the works. So you're gonna dictate to me, all right? So you got it? Employment. Let me tell you something. I've been fired a lot. I'm serious. That's why I work for myself. Because I've been fired a lot. And he's about to show y'all why. He's going to represent my employers. Kayshawn, you're a nice guy. We got to let you go. Like, already? I just got here. I got kids. Don't know what to tell you. So, here we go. Employment. Oh, Jermaine. And Antoine. What? Spirituality. Let me tell you something. When it comes to spirituality, I got to be honest with you. That really has been my secret to success. Really has. No, we laughing and joking, but if I didn't have faith in God, I would have blew my brains out August 11th, 2011. I'm dead serious. So I did a segment on WEAA, and the topic was faith it until you make it. Let me tell you something. I had to faith it till I made it. And I'm still faithing it until I make it. So that's what you're going to represent. You're going to represent my spirituality is in shambles. I'm up today, I'm down tomorrow. As you can see, that's what's happening right now. I'm up today, I'm down tomorrow. I'm up today, I'm down tomorrow. Anybody have ever said it is what it is? That's the language of neutral people. I go with the flow? Absolutely not. Go with the flow. Come on, guys, you ready? I'm going to go with the flow. Okay, here we go. I'm happy now. I just got promoted. Just got my refund check, $2,500. Here we go. Happy? What you represent? Relationship. Oh, man. I just can't get it together. Why me? Why do I keep going through this? Why? My wife left me. I owe the bank $600 and overdraft fees. That's just overdraft fees. I know I ain't the only one that been there. Take the credit card to the gas station with $1 on it and try to fill it up. Don't y'all laugh. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Owe the bank $600 overdraft fees. What you represent? Health. I'm weighing 150, 200 pounds more because I don't have self-discipline. Growth demands sacrifice. I won't sacrifice. I keep going through that drive-through. They knew me. Hey, Mr. Cooper, same order? Absolutely, thank you. So health. Employee. I just can't keep a job because my mind ain't right. I can't keep a job because my relationship is in turmoil. I can't keep a job because I keep stealing money from the cashier to pay my rent. I just can't keep a job because if they ask me to work 8 hours, by the third hour, I'm out of breath and ready to pass out. So now we get to you. Spirituality. In all actuality, if I could write the book all over again, and I may write it this way.
Right.
I may write it that way. That may be the second edition. I may write it that way. The thing is, once I got this in check, this took care of every single thing in my life. So now, when I encounter certain things in life, that's why I'm glad he's the tallest one, because I could stand erect above my problems. You see what I'm saying? So now, thank you guys, thank you so much. So now with that being said, so now with that being said, I go from being a useless piece of machinery where there has to be every bit of many tons. Every bit of many tons. And I probably see, look, they spectators. You see, some people just go through life just watching. Look at what you doing over there? You need help? I got your back. I got your back here. Yeah, sit down, brother. But it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people. And I see a person in there staring it. Holy smokes, I didn't see that one. So 7 people pushing that. But we as human beings, we represent that massive piece of a machinery. That's what we represent. The Creator created us to be and to do extraordinary things. That's why you're here today. That's the only reason why you're here today, because you know that you have been created to do extraordinary things. Bottom line, if you didn't think that, if you didn't believe it, if you didn't dream it, if you didn't see it, you would not have woke up today and came to this event. So now, after you are able to stand over your problems, you are now able to jump into the driver's seat of life and drive yourself to your destination. Look how fast that escalator is going. See, that's what happens when you jump into the drive. You begin to pick up speed. You're like, all of a sudden, my relationship is doing much better. We can talk at least. So now my health is doing better. I got full-time employment working for the government. Now, spirituality, that's intact. Every employment, faith, health, just about everything that you could think about now is in place, is now responding to your decision to persevere. And that's the thing. As I close, I'm speaking next Saturday at an event in Salisbury, and my topic is we were built to last. And I know the topic today is don't die in your cocoon, but briefly, this is going to really tie in together, and I'm going to move out your way. A few weeks ago, during the coldest times, my youngest daughter and my oldest daughter, they were walking to school. I was walking with them, and they passed by the trees. My youngest daughter, Keziah, said to my oldest daughter, Kaya, I feel sorry for the trees. They're cold. Who's going to take care of them? Anybody ever said that when you was younger? You started feeling sorry for cars. Who's going to take care of the cars? They need to put on coats. And my oldest daughter, she said, yeah, I understand. She said, but don't worry about it. And my youngest daughter said, why? She said, because they were built to last. And I said, oh, that's a topic. That's a topic. So I started thinking about it. I said, the same tree that I walk by in the spring is the same tree I walk by in the fall. The same tree I walk by in the fall is the same tree that was there in the summer. The same tree I walk by in the summer is the same old tree that was there in the winter. So the same thing applies to you all. When life comes, and life is going to come in many different ways, but know that the only way that you don't die in your cocoon is if you remember the words of Kayshawn Cooper and his oldest daughter. You were built to last. You were built to last. Just because your tree doesn't have leaves on it right now doesn't mean that you are not a tree. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to let you know that you won't die in your cocoon. And you were definitely built to last. Please stop by the table to see my beautiful daughter. We have product for you. Thank you so much.